All right, so just to kind of catch up on a few connections that we've made. One of them is actually a Haltech temperature sensor. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually install that in line with the oil lines that are coming from the, that will come from the oil pan. And we've relocated the filter. So we actually installed this Sicky bracket. Essentially, we will be connecting the hoses in and out here. The filter will go here. There'll be a 90, and then basically what we'll do is we'll have the probe inserted into the line. There's a fitting that you can get that actually allows you to do that. It's a little bit like a thermal well. Anyways, this connector is just a sensor and a ground essentially. So that runs back, through the hole in the firewall back to the Haltech. So that's one signal. And then what we've done is we've organized these. These are the plugs for the fans on the Subaru Radiator, and the way that they control the speed of the fans is they give it power, obviously. But they also, it needs a frequency, and that frequency is about 120 hertz is basically full speed, and then it gets proportionately lower until I think it gets down to about 50 hertz. And so what you need to do to be able to get the Haltech to control the temperatures of the vehicle, because we can't address, the ECU, the Subaru ECU directly. So what we do is we provide a frequency signal, and we splice that into the two separate fan signals, essentially. The brown and the red are the frequency signals that the fans would normally be receiving from the Subaru ECU. We provide one. And then what we do is we have two separate 25 amp circuits that actually energize separately. So the frequency is always on these wires, for both of them, but we energize the fans separately with these 25 amp circuits, essentially, where we put conditions on, starting the first one, say for example at say 92, 93 degrees Celsius, and the other one might be, say like anywhere from 95 to 98 degrees. And so when we see those types of temperatures from the coolant temperature sensor, then we would energize one fan, then the other, and they're able to run, at whatever frequency we want. And we can set up a table for this as well that says that at a particular heat range, the fan will have, say 50% speed, then maybe 75, then maybe 100%. And so you can progressively, increase that. So just wanted to show you that, this is kind of part of what you can do with the Haltech in terms of being able to program it, if you wire it up properly, so that it can control your thermal fans or your fans on the vehicle. On the one that we have previously done, we've done this setup, done this programming, and basically not a problem at all in terms of controlling the temperature. What we're going to do is also kind of show you how we did the frequency generation. We didn't use the Haltech to do the frequency generation. We used a PSSR, or a solid state relay, I should say. And this solid state relay, we can set it up to have the right frequency, and switching as often as we need to, essentially, and creating the output for this thing here.